The markets have shrugged off the Hindenburg report as the Sensex and the Nifty had an intraday recovery. The hit job essentially turned into a flop show, with key sectoral indices closing in the green. Mr. Keki Mistry, veteran banker and advisor to various corporates, is joining us on this. Thank you, Mr. Mistry, for joining us. Mr. Mistry, the markets seem to have shrugged off the allegations that have been made by Hindenburg. How do you read what has happened so far?
Well, personally, if you ask me, I think the report is based on a lot of meaningless interpretation and correlation of totally unrelated items. I mean, for example, the clarifications which have been issued by the SEBI chairperson and her husband clearly state that they had invested in the offshore fund at a time when they were private individuals. And they had no connection whatsoever with SEBI. Also, they were living overseas and they had made sufficient disclosure to SEBI at the time of joining SEBI. Now, as a private individual, I or any individual can invest in any fund that they want. And at the time of investing, you're not going to go into who the other investors in the fund are. It's completely irrelevant. It's not even possible, and it is irrelevant. Also, as far as the allegations about the encouragement to REITs is concerned, I think, in my opinion, REITs is a very good product. It's an excellent product where retail investors can participate with limited investment in the upside in real estate markets. So in a REIT, the way it happens is that there is a large pool of commercial property, and that commercial property is put into a REIT. The income that is generated from that property, which could be largely in the form of rental income or profit on sale of the property or whatever, will ultimately flow back to the ultimate investor. So as a retail investor with limited amount of resources at your disposal, you are able to invest in the real estate market, in the real estate market. Also, as far as the allegations on Adani are concerned, I think these have been thoroughly investigated and the group has been completely exonerated. I think we should just leave it at that.
Right now, Mr. Mistry, various experts we have spoken to since the morning seem to suggest that there appears to be a larger conspiracy to discredit the Indian markets, its regulator, and also attack the growth story that we have seen in the past few years. What is your sense on that?
Well, my sense is that any attempt that is made, I mean, first of all, let's understand we have outstanding regulators and a very, very good regulatory framework in India. Whether you look at RBI regulating the banking sector and the NBFC sector, or you look at SEBI regulating the markets, or you look at IRDA regulating the insurance companies. I think we have an extremely robust and a very strong regulatory framework. So let's put that one point aside. Because of a variety of reasons, and particularly the initiatives that have been taken by the government, India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. And therefore, to my mind, any attempt that is made to derail that growth or to create doubts about that growth should be resisted by all of us as Indians.
Right now, going back to the fact that you did touch upon the SEBI chair, Madhvi Puri Buch, and her husband coming out and actually giving a point-by-point rebuttal of all the allegations made. The government also seems to have said that there is really nothing further to add to this.
I would tend to agree with that, because whatever explanation has been given yesterday, and I've seen that explanation, it clarifies every single doubt which has been raised in the report.
All right. Any final thoughts you have going forward? Of course, hopefully we'll see an end to this conversation that has been on for a while.
I would think so. I think markets have disregarded the report. You've seen that today markets were up, at least for a major part of the day. I think they closed up also. So I think markets have disregarded it. I think people understand that the allegations don't seem to be logical or are really baseless, and therefore the market is just moving ahead. Our economy is extremely strong. I must compliment, as I said, once again, the government and the regulators for the various measures that they've taken to make India the strongest and the fastest growing major economy in the world.
All right, Mr. Mistry, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your thoughts. Thank you.